Hello Year 4, this is Mr. Cooley here, hoping to teach you how to draw an animal skull. What I'm going to do first of all is just mark out the 4 rectangles that I've divided your source picture into. So I put a dot in each corner and a dot at one edge of the central cross. Now this video will look a little bit strange because this part has been speeded up, but all I'm doing is just connecting up those dots with a ruler so that I know how big my drawing is going to be once I've centered it properly on the page. So I'm going to make sure that I have the original source material quite close to me so I can see it really easily. And what I'm doing now is just marking out some of the basic shapes that I can see in this drawing. Now to begin with, you'll see with that bottom V and this top V shape here, or sort of a squashed out U shape there, what I'm actually drawing sometimes is the gaps that surround this skull. So if you have a look at this diagonal here, what I'm going to do is just mark out the section of the rectangle where the skull is and is not, and I'm going to do the same on the other side as well. Now when I'm drawing, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to support the weight of my entire arm on the palm of my hand, and when I'm moving my hand, notice that it's not just my wrist that moves, it's the whole arm, bending at the shoulder, the elbow, but really not at the wrist at all. Now you'll know when you're supporting the weight of your arm through your hand because you'll get this kind of gliding noise as the palm of your hand glides over the surface of the paper. Now what I'm doing is just having a look at where in each rectangle the different parts of the skull line up. So you can see in this rectangle on the top left how I'm just taking some measurements, and I'm asking myself, is it halfway down? Is it a third of the way down the box? Where the different features of this skull match up to. Notice that I'm drawing quite quickly, although this video has been speeded up slightly, but I'm also trying to draw very lightly as well. At this stage, I'm not really thinking about detail. I'm just trying to get in just to find the location of where I think the eye sockets are going to go, the bits around the nose, the different parts of the bones, and the different shapes. So at this stage, I'm really not concerned with detail at all. One thing I hope you notice is the amount of mistakes that I've been making. All of these sketch lines are really important. I don't know exactly where everything is going to fit on the page just yet, so I need to experiment. I need to experiment by making lots and lots of sketch lines so that when I pause and I compare my drawing to the source material, I can really stop and have a think about which are the correct marks, which ones do I want to keep, which ones do I want to rub out, in order to help me try to get the most accurate drawing possible. Notice how my hand isn't just staying in one place, it's moving all around the picture. I'm not trying to draw in any one section and then finish it and then move on to the next section and finish that and go around and round the drawing, because if I did that, I might get some nice little drawings of individual areas of this skull, but I don't think, well, in fact I know that the drawing wouldn't work as a whole. So I'm just experimenting all over, trying to work on different bits almost at the same time, just so that I can keep looking, keep comparing, and asking myself, is this section of the skull, is this halfway across the top left square? Or is it 2/3? Is it 1/3? So I'm keeping on changing this drawing as much as I possibly can. At the moment, I've not made any fixed decisions. I'm just trying to experiment. Now here I'm starting to think about some of the three-dimensional shapes on the surface of the skull. Starting to sketch in some of